I remember writing a review on a website, Ain't It Cool, or AICM, in the early 2000s. And I remember it starting, although I'm not gay. And then wrote this multi-page thing about how fascinating and drawn in I was. And that's still out on the internet somewhere.
Hello and welcome to Chaps Out Culture, the companion podcast where I invite my guests to recommend their favourite LGBTQ+ inspired art, music, literature, film, theatre or TV. Essential queer culture that celebrates who we are. Hello, welcome to Chaps Out Culture, and I'm joined again by my Chaps Out guest, Martin. He's here to talk about some queer films that he wants to recommend to us. So what have you got for us, Martin?
Well, the big one, Angels in America, a wonderful two-part play originally, all about AIDS, the AIDS epidemic in New York, and it follows about four gay men and their associated family. But it's a very hyper real. It has fantastical elements in it, as this one particular character is basically going mad because AIDS has got to his brain and the drugs are horrible. And he's, it's in the film, Emma Thompson is his nurse, who by the end has become this sort of angel figure. The millennium is coming, very much a 90s film. In fact, I think the second episode is called The Millennium is Coming. So yeah, he's just built this fantastic story. I mean, one of the most heartbreaking. It was the first time I was introduced to the actor Patrick Wilson. I think it's his big breakout role. And he's very much a closeted Mormon who can't admit, and his wife, who's got terrible mental health problems, and she has hallucinations and fantasies, and Meryl Streep is his mum. So there's you're following two or three different people as they are facing AIDS and everything that comes with it. Also, we meet the character of Roy Cohn, a real life character, horrible man. He was a high-powered lawyer, gay, but refused to admit he was gay, and basically dying of AIDS. And as he's hallucinating, and this is all a true story, Roy Cohn, when he was young in his career, was a prosecutor on the last case of a pair of Jewish brother and sister who were executed probably in the 60s or 70s for spying for Russia. And some might say falsely, but Roy Cohn was the one who got them executed. So as he's dying and hallucinating, he's visited by the ghosts of the people he's killed. And Meryl Streep, doing a double role, plays the executed sister, haunting him, and it's fabulous. But it seared me, and that is the right word, especially when I watched it still in the closet and all of that. So I thoroughly recommend that.
Have you seen it again since you came out?
Do you know what? I haven't, and I might well watch it again. When I watched the trailer last night, I thought, I reckon it's due a rewatch. It'd be interesting to watch it now that I'm comfortably out, rather than so deep in the closet that these plot points and story points are hitting like a punch in the face. So yeah, I think it would be interesting to see that. And then another film I mentioned, Cruising, from William Friedkin, again with Al Pacino, who perhaps has been a very good ally over his career. And it's a gay serial killer in New York. Quite a contentious movie because it portrays the gay culture, I get, for want of a better word, in a positive life, but it's sort of no holds barred. So it's very much the clone culture, leather, mustaches. They used to hang different coloured handkerchiefs in their back pockets, left or right, are you top or bottom, what are you into? And there's a whole code, and it's still out there. I'm sure some of the older gay people will remember, but that fascinated me. And then through the story, Al Pacino's undercover cop, of course, begins to lose himself more and more in the culture, whilst of course trying to track down this gay serial killer. So that's I remember writing a review. I was on a website. It's called 80 Cool News, and sort of the beginning of the internet. That was a very famous website for sort of geek culture and reviews and stuff like that. And it was run by a pretty obnoxious guy who loved himself a bit too much,
All right.
who's taken down by the Me Too movement. But in
Ah.
the early 2000s, Ain't It Cool, or AICN, was the place to go. And I wrote a review. And I remember it starting, although I'm not gay. And then wrote this multi-page thing about how fascinating and drawn in I was. And that's still out on the internet somewhere.
Oh, that's interesting the way you phrase that. When people
Yeah.
raised eyebrows, reading it, go, well,
Yes, you were. You were very, very gay at that point. Why were you drawn to these things?
yeah. So that was William Friedkin. That's around the time, it was just after he did The Exorcist,
Yeah, it's going to be around there. I think it's probably mid to late 70s
right?
when that came out. It's called Cruising.
Cruising, yeah, yeah. I hadn't heard of that one, but yeah, always good to see a Pacino film. I mean, he's just one of those actors who gets better and better. I think,
Yeah,
I mean, all of those ones are, even De Niro, they still can command a
yes.
presence on the screen, and you.
Give them the right project, and they still have got it.
There was another film. Was it Birdcage
Oh,
or
the Birdcage, Mike Nichols. I'm surprised you haven't seen it
so?
because
But Mike
it's
Nichols did was the other one, wasn't he? He was
yeah,
behind
Angels in America.
Angels in America.
Well, The Birdcage is based on a musical, a
Mm,
French musical, La Cage aux Folles, The
mm,
Cage of Folly.
mm,
And its most famous song, which, as I say, I was brought up on musical theatre,
mm.
is I Am What I Am. And
Yes.
it's a wonderful anthem about, socks and suspenders and things like that. And that's yeah. So the Birdcage is the comedy film with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane,
Yes.
Gene Hackman and Diane Weiss. It's a
Ah.
fabulous.
Ah. Right. Is it a musical as well, or is it just a comedy? So
No,
it's
it's a comedy.
oh, so it's not got the
Um,
the song in it.
but there is music because he basically Robin Williams' character is the head of a cabaret,
Mm.
and Nathan Lane is his wife, for want of a better word.
Ah. Right.
So it's all stage shows. It's all set within a sort of stage show environment. So he's
Yes.
dancers, Madonna, Madonna, Fosse, Fosse, come on, come on. And so, but it's so funny, so funny. And
Ah.
Gene Hackman, and he has a son.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he has a son, and the son meets a girl, and the girl is the daughter of a senator and
Right.
his wife. And it ends wonderfully with the senator and his wife, Diane Weiss, in this gay club. And there are reporters outside. Well, the senator's at a gay club. And he said, oh my God, what do I do? So they have to put him in makeup and drag and sneak him out. And there's this wonderful shot of Gene Hackman in bright red wig and massive makeup,
Uh,
and that's how they sneak him out of the club. But it's a
oh,
gloriously
okay. Yeah.
film
Yeah. Great.
with a heart running all the way through it.
Gene Hackman, of course, who's now
Ah,
passed away, is well,
fabulous
it'll still
actor.
always be Popeye Doyle, and that always used to be on telly late night. I
Yeah.
always seem to be watching the French
I mean, it's a
Connection
sign of
too.
how good he was. It's ever such a funny role playing this
Yeah,
stuck-up senator. The man could do hard drama or comedy. He could be terrifying and hilarious,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is a real skill. And
yeah.
he's very, very good in this.
Fantastic. Well, they're great. No, I'll definitely check out Birdcage. I hadn't, I wasn't really sort of one that I'd thought to watch before, but yeah, check those out. So
You'll laugh your head off. Do you know, one thing I remember about coming out was I couldn't wait for being gay just to be another part of my personality.
yeah,
That's why I needed to come out.
to show that bit of you. Yeah,
Just there, along with
yeah,
it. It's like with my films and my
yeah.
raving and my traveling. It's just a bit of me.
Yeah, yes, it's just a
And
bit you
that's
can
how I want.
reveal. Yeah, yeah,
I use the a phrase, probably a little disparagingly sometimes, but there are professional gays out there.
yeah, yeah.
Their entire life, their raison d'etre is to be gay,
Yes.
is to live a gay life with gay friends in the gay village doing gay things.
Mm.
And I always thought that was, don't aim so low. just bring it in with everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah. Oh, brilliant. All right. Well, thank you very much, Martin. It's been lovely talking to you
It's been
today.
great. I've really enjoyed talking.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm sure we could carry on yapping on
Yeah,
about the industry and how it's good for us and bad for us in equal measures. But no, I hope things continue to go well for you.
thanks, man. Bye bye.